Welcome to the Kendy and Raybo podcast, episode 63, recorded in Kendy's box room. We're back, lads.
That's how you're going to hit the yoke.
And we're back to normal.
Okay.
And there's no better way to go back to normal than to play a song from our hero.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Han, Buzzy.
I was thinking about what to do.
I see it here.
So well.
Yeah, I've been saving my love for you. Yeah.
I definitely see it here.
We are required by Imro to play that once a month.
Yeah, just give him a few pounds.
Yeah, he gets 8 cents out the Spotify every time we hit that there.
There's also, I'd like to try something.
Go on.
Do you know what would be great fun in this podcast?
I always love hearing great fun.
And
podcast.
it is our sensei that came up with this.
Go on.
He said, something postal.
Something postal.
We should do something postal.
That sounds like as in something growing on you. What's that mean? Oh, your man went postal. Yeah, it started in the leg.
No. When you go postal, by the way that was when the postal workers over in the Murch, they striked.
Oh, yeah.
Or I think they shot everyone.
Hang on, no, say we get this straight now. So they either went on strike or they shot everyone.
Either a lot of them stopped working or one or two of them went mental altogether and shot a rake of lads.
Okay, and there's no middle ground in between those two. It was
Definitely one or the other. I don't think there was a middle ground.
Right.
But we were saying we go postal.
Right.
Brendan's there and he said we should go do something postal.
But what do you mean postal?
Postal is in a postal thing where people post in stuff. And
Oh, I know what you're saying.
Were you awake this morning when this was discussed in the group?
No, I probably read the messages and went back to sleep.
Well, the idea was that we'd have some sort of a competition or something.
Okay.
And that we'd give them a postal address to write into if they wanted to win the competition.
A P.O. box.
Now, Tierney went ahead then and looked up the P.O. boxes, and apparently they're horrid expensive.
Right.
There's a couple of €100 to get a P.O. box.
Text me.
For
It's
a
all
month.
right. Don't
What?
worry about it. Send me a text.
No, I'd like to do something postal. And I'd like to get Buzzy back in the show.
So would I. He's in between tours and he's relaxing.
He is. But we need to get him back. And I think now a couple of letters to Buzzy.
Oh, yeah. Letters for Buzzy.
Letters to Buzzy. If you're
Yeah.
Dear Buzzy, it's been a long time since I heard you on the show and I really miss you. That type of stuff. Letters for Buzzy. And you should send your letter to Buzzy to 26 Chapel Street, Sligo.
Okay, you did it.
Yeah. Buzzy Gagnon. That's Buzzy Gannion. That's how you spell Gagnon. It is Gagnon, yeah. Buzzy Gagnon, 26 Chapel Street, Sligo. So if you'd like to hear Buzzy back in the show, please put pen to paper and tell Buzzy why you want him back in the show.
That's 26 Chapel Street, Sligo.
And that's Buzzy's house, not my house.
Yeah, it's not Ray's house. I can't
No.
believe Buzzy let you give out his address. That is...
Shocking.
Ray, if I'm honest, I wouldn't do it. But okay.
Yeah, well, I've nothing to hide.
We have to get him back on.
But I think the letters will work.
Letters might draw him out of his cave.
Yeah, the more letters we get,
Yeah.
the more chance we have of getting them back.
All right, when we get into it a little bit, Ray, it's been a while since we sat down and had a normal episode.
Episode 63.
And probably a lot or nothing has happened since then.
Feck all.
So we had a week there where we were organising the live show.
Yeah.
And then we did the actual live show then last week on this.
Yeah.
So we haven't sat down and chatted in about 3 or 4 weeks.
No,
So we might as well get down to some of the stuff that we did or didn't do in that period.
fair enough. I didn't do much.
I didn't do much neither. Well, I did a bit now. After the live show, I went to Glasgow.
Oh, you haven't talked about this.
Different country and all.
You went and you had to, how did you get to Glasgow? Did you go through Dublin?
I had to go via Dublin.
You
which
hate Dublin.
It isn't the most ideal thing for Kent. Do you know what the best part of Dublin is? On the way back out the N4 when you pass Lucan and you go, oh my God, I'm out of Dublin.
I thought it was the contribution you have to give them to leave.
Yeah.
The 440 if you're in a van, 290 if you're in a car.
Jesus, like, me, to use bad old roads back to Sligo. Fuck's
Yeah.
sake. We went via Dublin, via the airport. Great crack with Ryanair, man. I have to say,
Why?
Ryanair, what a belter of a service that is. It cost me more to bring my bag than it did me.
Which bag are you talking about?
We got flights, right? There were 30 quid return
Yeah.
for the two of us. It cost 50 to bring the bag over.
Yeah.
I did not know that Ryanair have now changed their policy on bag. You can't bring the little, the carry-on bag.
No, you can't bring that now.
Can't bring it
They
anymore.
have to be priority. To bring
Yeah,
that.
and then that means that the queue now for non-priority is shorter than the priority queue.
Non-priorities are now get on faster than the priorities.
It's so stupid. So it's just another way of Ryanair making a fortune of money off you. So we didn't know this, and I got leveled when I landed up with did you not see all the countless emails we sent? And I said, I'm not opening Ryanair's emails.
They did send countless emails.
Yeah, but who opens Ryanair
Me,
emails?
I read them all.
Oh, Jesus, Ray.
I want to know what they wanted.
We landed down up to the Oak, 2 small little carry-on cases, me and Nick. And
To
your
lie
one,
with yourselves.
Your one says, no,
Not a hope.
can't bring them on. And She sends over a different fella. Oh, he's the one that deals with the taking money off you. Lovely. I can't wait to meet this fella.
Right.
He lands over again with the whole, did you not see all the emails we sent? Well, I didn't. I was just telling Sheila there. I didn't see those emails, Patrick. Sorry about that. Like,
Right.
he says to me, what we'll do is we'll book you onto priority on the way home so you don't, it'll be cheaper. I said, lovely. Let's do that right now. He said, no bother. Then he goes, no, we don't have priority on the way home. I said, gee, thanks a million, Patrick, for your help. Do you ever see Little Britain when your man says computer says no?
Yeah.
That's what he did.
Computer says no.
I'll get you a bit of priority there, yeah?
Yeah.
Let me type that in.
Yeah.
No, can't
No.
get you that.
No.
Okay, well, thanks for offering it, man. What
So
a
did you have to
pleasure
give
that
them
is.
another 50 quid then for the...
No, on the way
home?
back then it was only 30
Oh, not too
because
bad.
I booked it online. But you want to see the size of the wee... You know the yolks that you put your bag into, if it fits, you can bring it on then?
Yeah.
Man, the way they're going now,
Well, they're getting smaller.
you would... Eventually they're going to go, what kind of phone have you there? Just slot it into the slot there, please, if you don't mind. No, that phone's too big. We're going to have to put it underneath with the rest of us.
That's the phone.
You'd have to have a small phone, like.
Yeah.
That's it. You can't bring anything on the right, only yourself. And on the way in as well, it's so weird. Ryanair's gone so bad now. If you're paying less than 50 quid for your flight, we pay 30. As you're walking up the steps, they don't greet you. The flight attendants, they just go and they spit into your face.
That way they look at your ticket and they spit in your face.
Yeah, they
they
check
know
it.
the cheap ones.
Yeah, they go, he spent 30 quid
Yeah.
straight into your jaw. There's no seats on the planes either. You're standing up like on a bus holding a wee, the wee bar.
Yeah.
Like on the Lewis.
Yeah. There's
And
no
like-
difference between the bus that brings you out to the plane and
No.
the actual plane itself.
No, and that's the other thing about Ryanair as well. You know the way we all go, Jesus, great, in fairness now, you fly for nothing or whatever. You have to walk halfway to Glasgow to get a flight. Did you ever notice that, no? I've noticed that the last couple of times I've been flying with Ryanair.
The plane parks 3 miles from the airport.
Seriously. They're like, okay, all the Aer Lingus flights. Yeah, please, Aer Lingus flight to Berlin, please go to gate 42.
Yeah.
American Airways flight to New York, ladies and gentlemen, gate 60. Ryanair flight to Glasgow, gate 1046. It's not... Like, I was nearly out in the water, like, by the time I got onto the plane.
Yeah.
And not only that, you get all the way right down to the bus end of Dublin Airport where all the weird people hang out. All the same old Ryanair boys. Everyone is on a Ryanair flight, like, looking at each other, go, geez, we're cheap as piss, every one of us. My God above. Like, the suits disappear the further down the airport you go. Yeah. And it's just like flip-flops and fucking find myself beats.
Hawaiian
And-
shirts.
Yeah, yeah. And,
Penny's Hawaiian shirts.
And then not only that, then they say, we're going to send you out into the cold. It's piss and rain, but you're going to you have to walk out to
Yeah.
walk to your plane. You might not even have to walk to your plane. We might get you on a bus then. And I don't know. Sometimes I think they drive to Shannon Airport. Put you on a flight there. It's so... Ryanair is so... I mean, you think, Jesus, 30 quid, that's awful handy.
Yeah.
I would have way preferred drive to Glasgow.
Did you not enjoy the little beep that we identified in the previous episode?
That would.
Yeah, did you do the Home Alone thing?
I didn't. I was asleep.
Oh, Jesus.
The flight was a half hour, man.
True.
I mean, you would have drove it. Like, if I got the Skoda up to 120, I'd definitely be in Glasgow in an hour and a half.
You were thinking about getting the ferry.
What I want to do is, I said to Nicola, it'll take us about 8 hours when we leave Sligo. We stop for tea.
Yeah.
We'll be there in Glasgow in 8 hours. Mm-hmm. Whatever it is, 4 hours to the coast, 3.5 maybe to the coast. And then ferry across, and then it's only about an hour up to Glasgow. I was like,
Beautiful.
Nick, that's way better. Let's do that. We listen to 3 Joe Rogan podcasts, done. Game over. Right?
Yeah.
And then she was like, no, let's just get a flight then instead. And the whole reason for me driving there is I just wanted to avoid going to Dublin Airport. Because Dublin Airport is so funny, man. Every security guard runs the airport. They might as well give them a wee, like a wee name tag.
Yeah.
Dublin Airport official king.
Yeah.
President. He's got the wee rubber gloves on.
Yeah.
Hey, is there an iPad left in that? Is there?
Oh, you're talking about the boys in security.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Every one of them, they're all the big dicks, and they're actually literally looking at you going, if I can catch this fella out, then I can go home and tell Mary, the wife, yeah, I caught a fella there, he left an iPad, and it's, what you do to him? Well, we shot him. Yeah. Obviously, we shot him.
There wouldn't be a lot of iPads left in bags.
He left an iPad in his bag, Mary.
Yeah.
What was I supposed to do?
Yeah.
I shot him.
What? Tell him off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What?
no. We shot him.
But I have to say, well, once we got to Glasgow, some spot boy.
Do you like it?
You know, like you told me that you want to be careful around Glasgow due to sectarian turmoil. perhaps over a number of years. I didn't see any sectarian turmoil. All I saw was TK Maxx man and Nike shops.
And that was in the middle, though.
Yeah, in the middle.
Just
Yeah,
grand in the middle.
yeah, but we went out. We went to see a show called Still Game, right?
What's that?
It's a TV show, a Scottish TV show that is pretty much the best way of describing it is it's Scotland's version of Mrs. Brown's Boys.
Right.
It's Scottish humour, really cheesy at times, you know. But it's a tremendous program.
Did you
Cult.
enjoy the show?
It was brilliant. The show was brilliant, and it was their final ever live show or whatever. So we enjoyed all that part.
Did you go to a banging disco?
We didn't go to no banging disco, man. We went to hipster bars. You can't get a pint of beer over there now. That was I was trying to find a Smithwick substitute. Couldn't get one.
Can't get one.
I could not get a Smithwick substitute at all.
No.
And do you know what else I noticed?
Go on.
They don't give you bottles.
How do you mean? So
So I was saying, half order a bottle of Corona there, I'll enjoy that.
Yeah.
And they pour the Corona into a glass for you. But you know why they don't give it to you in bottles?
What?
Because I went up to the barmaid. I said, how come you're not giving it in bottles? Not fair. I was just like, I'm interested. Like, we don't do that in Ireland. And she said, she just made one motion. She got the bottle, turned it upside down and tapped it off the table.
Yeah.
Pretty much saying, people break them and stick them in people's necks. And I said, lovely city you have here, Bridget. I'm enjoying it something fierce.
You're doing well with the names this episode. Sheila, Patrick, Bridget,
Mary.
Mary. The big highlight for me was the video I seen of you,
How's the video?
where you waxed the hairs of your nose.
We took an ocean down in Glasgow to get the hair out of our snouts.
Right.
So we put it up inside and then we gave it a rip and we got the most of it out.
That's very good. Did you make that up just there?
I did, man.
Oh, that's really good. You should write songs, man.
I should write
Yeah.
songs. I know. But sure, who'd buy them? You show
buy
them. Come here. We got these wax strips. I don't know why.
Wax
And
strips.
Right? Here, man. We
Here,
got
man.
these wax strips, boy. And we decided then at about 5 a.m, right, let's shove them up our nostrils and give ourselves an old clean up. And,
Yeah. It's 5 o'clock in the morning.
yeah, bad idea, 5 a.m. You know the way they said drink numbs the pain? There's not as much as you think it would now, usually.
It was very direct in the head pain.
It was straight, ready to go out of my nose, and I let it roar.
Folks, there's a fantastic video of this, and we shall put it up this
Yeah,
week.
yeah, let's do that.
It's a marvellous,
Oh my God.
marvellous video.
Yeah, another thing as well, man. We went to this karaoke bar. We saw a guy
In the
Get up.
karaoke bar.
in the karaoke bar. Do you know what he decided he wanted to sing?
What?
Now, I must say, the talent there, it wasn't great now. I didn't hear any Celine Dion's now or Catherine Perry or any of them, right? This fella now was the cream of the Kendy.
Are you going to play this?
Yeah,
Or
I have a
you've
listen
recorded
here
this?
now.
Right, I'm going to turn this up.
He decided he wanted to sing Last Ketchup. I'm not so sure. Ray, I'm not so sure. I don't think this gentleman is fluent in Spanish.
Right. Chorus, lads.
He left the chorus to the young one. He said, "Look, I'll do the verses, love. You just do the chorus bit."
That's marvellous.
I tell you what, now, fair play to Craig Kenny sending that on. Man, when he hit into it, he had such confidence. He was like,
I definitely
Yeah.
tried that.
"No, hang on a sec. No, I'm going to do the verse. Mary, you deal with the chorus.
Chorus, yeah.
Halla walla hella halla walla halla. Man, it sounded like Claude prayer. I was like, what the fuck? So that was the time. We didn't stay there too long though.
So that was Glasgow.
That was Glasgow. I enjoyed it, yeah. Got back then again, yet again, cost more to get the bag home than it did me. I mean, it's hard lines, man, with 2 pair of jocks, an old t-shirt costs more to go to Glasgow
Bad.
than I do.
But it's just you don't travel very often, so you don't know these things.
Yeah, but is there any wonder I don't travel very often?
Yeah.
The state, you can't go anywhere.
Because you're stupid.
Listen, the best place you can go in this country is Knock. They
Right.
don't, what have you got in your pocket? I have a scissors and...
No problem. Walk
Yeah,
on. Go ahead.
I have 2 hypodermic needles, whatever the hell
Enjoy
they call
the
them.
mass.
No bother at all. Happy in.
Yeah.
Where are you going?
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. Go to Glasgow, no problem at all. That's why I love Knock Airport.
Oh, I
So-
thought you were talking about Knock, the pilgrimage site.
No, I'm saying you go... the f-
Why would you be
Cheers.
bringing all that stuff into confessions? Why was that? Why did that don't even
Ray.
come to mind?
Ray, you're so bad. You're so shite at jokes. It's your worst thing. Your worst thing is knowing jokes.
That's very funny.
Fuck's sake. So that was Glasgow anyway.
There was another video as well that we must put out this week.
Go on.
I met the Dermots and the Daves.
You did meet the Dermots and the Daves.
Yeah. See, we have all this stuff saved up because we had no podcast.
That's
to talk about
right.
it.
Yeah.
We went to see Dermot and Dave.
Yeah.
It's a great show.
Was
they
it,
do a
yeah?
lot of singing and playing at it.
No way. So your man, the Dave, man, he a fine musician
He's
and
a
chanter.
fine guitar player. And your man, the Dermots, he's very good on the keyboard.
Does he play keyboards?
He plays keyboards.
Because doesn't he love doesn't Dave love the old metal music?
He does, and Dermot tries to hold him back, play the
The more poppy stuff.
punky stuff.
Slow it down, Dave, used to see.
Yeah, no, they looked fierce well. Your man Dermot dressed up as Britney Spears
Ken Fall.
because his package was showing through the skirt, and that was a joke.
Oh, right, okay.
So they're not below the Mickey joke
Hey,
either.
it goes
See?
a long way now.
I was proud.
It doesn't matter if there's 100 at your gig or 700,
Yeah.
and Mickey joke will land.
Radisson was full.
Yeah, full out of
I
it.
have to say, if anyone has the opportunity to go see the Dermots and the Daves,
Do.
it's very good. They do an hour and a half quality stuff.
The boys are very good.
They're very good.
They're very good, them two
Everything they
boys.
did, I kind of went, why didn't we think of that?
We're shite, though.
I did get a video after, and we stick that up as well this week.
Yes, there's a video of Ray with the Dermots and the Daves.
The Dermots and the Daves.
A lot of content coming your way, lads.
A lot of content.
Oh, a lot.
And all we do here on the podcast is tell you about it.
That's it.
Give
We're
you a
going
bit
to
of
tell you about all
context
our
for the content.
No. There we go.
Context.
Any more context, Ray?
What else have we got stories-wise?
I don't know.
You were at a wedding.
Oh, that's right.
Will we do the wedding?
Oh, I went to a wedding only yesterday.
So don't tell us about the wedding.
No, see, listen, Kenny don't usually go to these weddings, right?
You normally play
And
them.
I think I get a lot of jip from family members,
Jip.
right? Listen,
Yeah.
in the harmless type. And it's almost gone to the stage where, and they're dead right, where they go, don't bother inviting Kendys because they won't be going, they're going to be playing anyway.
Yeah.
And it's very hard to take a Saturday night off in
Yeah.
our business, like, especially
Yeah.
when you're doing weddings somewhere else. You can't do that.
But you got one off,
I got one off because we happened to be playing in a pub in Dublin, Hot Fuss.
right?
And I said, you know what, I could probably get cover for that gig.
Yeah.
And I went to Matthew King's wedding.
Big congratulations, Dwayne Gallagher, after getting the Hot Fuss job. By the way.
He filled in.
Filled in, now he has it.
So Kendy's looking for a bass job as well. If anyone out there wants to give me a shout.
That's the dangers of taking a night
But I
off.
showed them my wedding voice just because that, like, whatever about me playing bass or singing,
Yeah.
that doesn't get you a job in the wedding business. You have to have the wedding voice.
Right.
You ready?
Yeah.
So anyone out there, any potential suitors, if you're looking for us, here we go. How's it going, folks? You're very welcome to the beautiful Raheen Woods Hotel here. We're going to start you off with a couple of jives, a couple of waltzes, then there's some tea and sandwiches in an hour's time, but let's get you out dancing in the meantime. Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
That's marvellous.
Now.
Yeah.
And the bass and the vocals,
Yeah.
that'll go with it as well.
And then what about the teas and the coffees? What happens when they come along?
The tea and coffee's over on the right-hand side, ladies and gentlemen. Some hot food being served at your tables, and we'll be back with you in a couple of moments' time. Thank you.
Right, great. And then at the end of the night, then if you want them to book you again, what way do you go?
If you're wondering who we are, we're Hot Fuss all the way from Portumna, County Galway and Sligo as well. If you want to get in touch, you can follow us on Facebook or on Instagram or on Tinder, or Kendy has an ad in the back of the Farmer's Journal. Oh, I went too far. Feck it anyway. Sorry about that. I shouldn't be telling people about my ad in the back of the Farmer's Journal.
That's very good. You have some good wedding voices there now.
That's the wedding voice. You have to start with how's it going, folks.
And now at the minute,
How's it
your,
going, folks?
your voice is shagged at the minute because you were at the wedding.
Well shagged, yeah. I drank Smiddix all day long.
How many pints?
I ate beef and voulevants.
Oh, you went for the standard one.
I went for the beef and the voulevant. Oh, it was beautiful now, and the soup and everything.
And did
I
you have
drank-
a dessert plate at the end?
I did.
Good.
They gave me a strawberry ice cream, man. It changed my life. I actually ended up with a stutter. I was stuttering after the strawberry. It was so beautiful.
Right.
It was absolutely
Strawberry
marvelous.
ice cream after 9 pints of Smithwick's though wouldn't taste well.
Oh, man.
Your body's crying out for any kind of, rehydration at all.
But like, I actually have a little hack for people out there because I kept thinking, oh, Nick, if I keep drinking Smiddix, I'm not going to last this day. After I finished off the strawberry ice cream and I thought, I'm going to die here, like I'm full to the brim, I was holding up my head like that, Ray, to hold in the food and drink because it was going to spill out of it.
Right.
Okay? I said to Nicola, go up there and get Kendy or creme de Kendy.
Oh, the aperitif.
Creme de menthe.
Yeah.
Man, that is
That changed your life as well.
genius. I wolfed it down in 2 goes, and next thing I was going, Nicola, go up there and get me 10 pints of Smiddix. I felt unbelievable again.
So
straight away.
filled with exuberance,
Yeah.
you ploughed into the wedding band. Who was the wedding band?
The wedding band, Ray, I'm not going to even slate them.
Oh.
It was a band called Pyramid from Galway.
Right.
I'm telling you, they were savage altogether. And Weirds, they didn't get me up to sing. They mustn't, obviously I was kind of hiding down the back or
Probably
whatever.
didn't know you were there. Kenny.
They mustn't have seen me. If they'd seen me, I would have been obviously.
And
getting
was there
up to
disco
sing.
after?
I didn't hang around too long for the disco. There was disco after.
What did you do?
Man, we were up since Nicola was up since 6:30 in the morning, and I was up since 7:30. Do you know why? I made Nicola get up and get her hair done at 7 in the morning so that we could watch Ireland get hammered out the door by New Zealand before the wedding was on. So we had to drive to Galway. It was in Galway.
Right.
So I said, Nick, we're leaving this house at 9 o'clock on the button and we're watching that match in Galway. And
Okay.
she said, okay, I'll get my hair done at 7 in the morning then.
Who did Nicola's hair at 7 o'clock?
Stephanie.
Fair play to Steph.
Fair play to her. And it's Stephanie the best job I've ever seen done on us.
Lovely.
Stephanie the best job ever.
Look at that. That's very good. That's one of your better ones.
Oh.
Stephanie, one of the best
Stephanie
jobs.
the best hairdresser in Sligo.
Stephanie.
Stephanie the best hairdresser. We have to tell her that's what she has to call herself.
Stephanie, the best hairdresser in Sligo.
Oh my
Is she
God,
any
that-
good? Stephanie, the best hairdresser in Sligo.
That is brilliant.
Well done, Jaxie.
Who would you go to now, Ray, if you were going to get your hair done, like before a wedding?
Stephanie.
The best hairdresser in Sligo. Oh my God, that is class.
She'd be onto you.
That was the wedding experience. That's kind of, yeah, I don't know when the next time I'd be at a family wedding is. It was great though. Matt and Louise, absolute angels. It was great to see them get married. In all seriousness.
Who were they?
Without my wedding. How's it going, folks? Delighted to be here for Matt and Louise tonight.
Oh, they were getting married.
Yeah, they were
Right.
getting married. Matt's my cousin.
Oh, very good.
And Louise is his sister. He married his sister. No, I'm joking. Weird old
She'd have to go to that one. That's a special wedding.
just to see.
That's a family affair.
Yeah, just to see. A family affair. Oh!
Get in.
Oh my God, man. I tell you, we should take a 3-week break more often from the real stuff. Unbelievable.
That's very good.
Anyway, that's me, Ray, done.
That's you done.
Yeah.
Well, it's not really. Now we start to collaborate.
Oh, there's a collaboration going on.
Collaboration?
You mean like Wiz Khalifa if he was to go do a slot with Daniel O'Donnell?
Exactly.
No.
We went to John Mayer last Wednesday night. For any of you out there who don't know who John Mayer is, can you explain who he is, Kendy?
John
Because you
Mayer.
didn't.
Yeah, I don't really know John Mayer too much. I know obviously a couple of his songs. The best way to describe John Mayer is he is the only musician in the world that equally gets loads of musicians to go to a show as well as savage young ones who want to meet him backstage.
That's what it was. It was loads of lads looking at him playing guitar and loads of young ones going, jeez, he's lovely.
Yeah, and no
'Cause he used to be
artists
out
nowadays
with-
don't do that.
He used to go out with Jennifer Aniston.
Did he?
He did. And Catherine Perry.
Catherine Perry as well. Mm-hmm. He had a go on Catherine. Jesus, man, such a life.
Yeah.
We went to see him anyway. Like I said, I didn't know too much about him. His band were insane.
The
And
Tree-
the sound
Tree
in the
Arena.
Tree Arena is usually absolute wallop.
Yeah.
Shit. He nailed it for that one. It was
Very
deadly.
good. Very good.
Yeah, your man's very good on the yoke there,
Yeah.
the guitar. You know that guitar thing? He's very good in that.
It was myself, yourself. It was young Sean's Riley on a
there's
rare
loads.
night off
You going to try and name everyone?
and Cahill Mulhern.
Well, yeah, the four of us travelled
Four
together.
of us. And I was responsible for the booking of the accommodations.
Oh my God. You know what's really funny, man? When you brought up John Mayer, I was
Yeah.
like, oh my God, what a great time that was.
Yeah.
Until you said the accommodation. And I remembered.
I was looking around in Dublin to get something to stay in, and I don't mind paying for an owl hotel.
Ray, I said this when you booked us in Frankfurt. We are like professional men. We work like.
I booked a hostel
Fuck's sake.
because it was a 4-bedroom. You don't get too many 4-bedrooms in the middle of Dublin city centre.
Oh, stop.
You're
Ray.
2 bunk beds, like.
Yeah.
So it's 4 nice single beds with the 4 bios.
Yeah.
We just wanted to get up, have crack,
Yeah.
go to bed, get up at a reasonable hour, and leave.
Uh-huh.
Right. Checking in.
I presume we're not going to name this hostel because of how vicious I'm going to get in 5 minutes.
No, we can't name it.
Like, I would be of the opinion that we should name it.
No, we shouldn't. Because if
Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to find out what that is,
right to number Buzzy Gagnon.
P.O. Box
number 26. Chapel
26 Chapel Street if you want to find out.
Just a letter saying what's the name of the hostel.
Yeah, that's all you got to say. And
Yeah.
I tell you, we're not going to mention it here, right?
It's
okay.
named after a popular English newspaper.
Okay, perfect. Don't
You
say
know?
any more.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Or a popular English
no,
dictionary.
you've got too far. Okay. Right.
But they won't find it.
All
It's
right,
fine.
go on here.
Anyway, so we landed. I had an awful shock on me because we landed at it and they went proper foreign hostel on us. That's what they did. In Ireland, you do not need an identification document to check into your accommodations.
Yes.
It is not something the Irish government require.
Yes.
Accommodations. I could be corrected to that now.
Yeah,
But no
okay.
one has ever asked me for anything other than a credit card.
No, I've never been asked for ID to stay
They
in
wanted, and
accommodation.
not just ID, as in, can you show it to them on the phone? They wanted it in person. They wanted
Yeah.
either a passport or a driver's license.
Yeah,
on you.
yeah.
They were really upset with us because we didn't have ID. And we were kind of going, why would you want ID for us to check in?
Sorry, Ray. You're saying they were really upset with us. They were really ignorant with us.
They were a bit, yeah.
They weren't like, you know, when something like that happens, someone behind the counter might go, oh, we kind of need that.
Yeah.
They turned to Sean O'Reilly and said, you're not staying here.
It's true. They did.
Sean went into the Jacks then and saw the state of the Jacks and came out and said, I don't want to stay here.
Sean actually walked away because he was getting vexed.
Yeah, but he was dead right because they weren't like, oh, I don't know, oh, we kind of need. No, you're not staying here.
Yeah, you're not staying here. You can't stay here if you don't have ID.
Like, it was so abrupt.
And then there was a
like.
second problem in that I had made a boo-boo on the booking.com and I had booked for 2 people. Because you know when you search on booking.com, it's just, you search automatically for 2 people.
I don't think you did make that mistake, by the way.
No, I did. I searched for 2 and of course I booked it for 2. But I booked a 4-bedroom room for 2 people.
Yeah, you did, yeah.
What did they think we were going to do with the other 2 beds?
Yes.
Get up in the middle of the night and sleep and move bed?
Yeah, move over. Yeah.
Do you know?
Like, when he was saying, no, you're only booked in for 2 people, I felt like saying to him, look, say nothing. Can I book the other 2 beds so that are obviously free if he booked them in a private room? Yeah. John Mayer's on in 10 minutes. Will you stop messing with me, like?
Thankfully, I had pictures of me and Sean on my phone.
Yeah.
Our passports.
And I mean, I know I've said this a load of times on this podcast before. If you want to know Ray McAndrew and what he's all about, that is what he's all about. Ray had a picture of Sean O'Reilly's passport on his phone.
It's because Sean keeps texting me, asking me for a picture of his passport. You know, when he gets arrested in France, etc. When he has to get out of the country fast.
Shush. Look, you want to know why we're laughing?
You want to know that story?
Look.
But
I'm not telling you if that's true or not, but would we laugh that hard if it wasn't? Oh my God.
They let us in anyway eventually with the pictures of Sean and me, and the crack was good. We get into the room, you weren't impressed. You were kind of impressed.
No, the room wasn't as bad as Frankfurt room, man.
Right.
For one reason. When I
No
walked,
Aziz.
when I walked into the room, there was no Aziz and there wasn't 2 Russian bears that weighed 400 pounds. We are here for the music, you know. I was like, this is better. Like, I can deal with Ray and Sean farting. I can't deal with Russian bear fart.
But I thought the best way of describing our story of the hostel was to do it with help from popular culture.
Skittle die. Yeah, okay.
You know, from stuff, because I got me thinking, the whole experience kind of reminded me, I was kind of going, I wonder where you'd find this in films.
Okay.
Is this made up? I was kind of asking.
Right.
Because we had such an experience in this hostel that I kind of said, has this been replicated in popular fiction?
Well, there's only one time ever that someone had a worse experience in a hostel than we had.
Right.
And that is the film Hostel.
Oh, I didn't look at that one now.
Yeah, it's where they get tortured in there and killed.
Right, well, no, that didn't. Well, we had a fabulous night out.
We did.
We came home late, in fairness. We had pints, many pints. And, we
had plenty of pints, boy.
Plenty pints.
Come up.
We came home anyway, and we all fell asleep around 5:30
Yeah.
after a boys' chat. Because that's what you have.
Yeah, we had a lads chat.
Lads chat.
Like I said, I think the cracking point was when I turned to you and I said, guys, do you ever just look up at the stars and think of all the cute guys that are in the world?
Yeah, we all can.
And Carl said, right, I'm going to go sleep there now.
Yeah. Well, the following morning, around 10:15, I'm going to give you kind of an audio reference of what the room was like, you know? So this was us that morning. This is around 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
There was headaches, the headaches brewing.
Yeah.
Banging headaches.
Yeah.
Right?
But we had such a night the night before.
We were safe in our beds.
Yeah.
Everything was just lovely. Wasn't it?
There was actually 3 robins flying around above my head, little Tweety birds.
My alarm clock went off.
Yeah.
And I got up because I knew well it was a 10:30 checkout.
Think about that there now. 10:30 checkout, ladies and gentlemen. Every hotel in this country has a checkout of what time, Ray?
12.
12 o'clock.
Sometimes it's 11, but most of them 12.
12. 12, Ray, it is.
I knew it was 10:30 and I had made my peace with this, but I got up at 10:15 anyway, threw on the jeans, and I went down with the dying head in me, down to the reception. Reception.
Yeah.
And I says to them, come here, what are the chances of me booking this room for tonight? I wanted to book the room, same room we were in.
Yeah.
I was willing to pay another €100 just so we could continue to reside in this space.
You mean sleep longer than
Just
the
sleep
half 10?
longer than 10:30, yeah.
Yeah.
And she said, no, she checked the thing and she said, no, I'm afraid that room is checked out.
She definitely didn't say, I'm afraid. She just said,
No, that room is booked.
No, booked.
Yeah.
No.
No,
You're
and then
so ignorant, man.
I says then, is there any chance we could get a late checkout? No, we do not do net checkouts. You must be gone in. And she looked at her watch, 12 minutes.
Yeah.
I was going, right.
Yeah.
I'll go up and I'll try and rouse the lads.
Yeah.
Not arouse the lads, rouse the lads.
I woke up to a hand job, pretty much is what he's trying to say.
But it worked. I tell you, it worked. I tell you weren't long getting out of that bed, were you? Yeah, so so we got up anyway. You got up anyway, and I have a little bit more audio here now, just to give you an indication of, like, you know, the sounds in the room, kind of as the fellas were waking up. You know. Do you remember that, Kendy?
Oh, jeez, I shouldn't have had that bad beer.
You can see I'm going down a particular road here. Do you know that particular film we're talking about there now? He took an awful tumble then in the bathroom. Folks, that was a little clip there from The Hangover.
Oh, was it from The Hangover?
Yeah, did I know?
No, I didn't even know that.
Yeah. You kind of going down the... Yeah,
Yeah.
so basically, yeah. So we'd got up and we were making shapes.
Do you want to tell people what time it was? Because I remember looking at my watch and knowing exactly what time it was.
About 25 past 10.
Okay, perfect. Yeah.
About that right?
That makes sense, yeah.
Now, at this point, the staff in the hostel decided to intervene a few minutes later. And they employed various different ways of waking us out of the room.
Yeah.
I'm now going to play you, Kendy, some examples of where you find, different ways of waking people up.
Yeah.
So we're going to first go on. See, can you guess what these bits are? Now, this is the first one. This is the easiest going one I could find.
Right.
All right. Some of you might remember this. They were not doing this. So the lad that was cleaning the rooms
Yeah.
didn't sing this song.
You're being very nice to him, Ray.
No.
You have to do that. It's Saturday.
Oh, come on. Morning's here. Morning.
Is that Friends?
That's Friends.
Ah, I was wondering, man. Listen, you're being nice.
That wasn't it, like. That wasn't it.
Ray, you were being very nice to that Latin gentleman.
The what did you call him?
The Latin gentleman. that
He
came
was
in.
a Latin gentleman, in fairness.
Have you got... Shall I explain what actually did happen then?
Well, no, I'm going to play a few more
Okay,
clips.
give me a few
because
more
I want to
then.
see. So if you're telling me it wasn't that.
100% not.
Right, here is another example of individuals being woken up abruptly.
Okay. Fuck my heart, Ray.
Breakfast in 5 minutes.
God almighty.
Oh, was that a tent?
Thing. Is there a fire? Is there a fire in the house?
I suppose it's just time to get up.
That was me.
It's 5 a.m. Look, Dougal.
10:30 in our
5
case.
a.m.
God, I've never seen a clock at 5 a.m. before.
You said that.
She's obviously made a mistake. Let's just go back to bed.
This was
enough,
my
okay.
thinking.
What are you doing?
I'm just writing her a note to tell her that we don't usually get up till late.
That was Ray. Yeah.
Good figure in Ted.
We'll just tell them. Ray said, look, we'll just go down and tell them we don't get up at this time. We're going to stay for longer. I had never seen 10:30 in the morning before. I thought it was a myth.
Now, so you're saying it wasn't that either?
No.
No, it was worse than that.
Worse than that again, Ray.
Well, it couldn't be worse.
We're
than
getting progressively worse as we go on here now.
Yeah,
I
you can
tell.
see how I've designed it. See, can you
Yes.
guess this film?
Reveille! Drop your cocks and grab your socks. Today's Sunday, divine worship at 0800. Get your bunks made and get your uniforms on.
Can I guess
Police
this?
call will commence in 2 minutes.
Go on.
Full Metal Jacket, no?
Full Metal Jacket, folks. That
Yeah.
was a tough old wake-up call for the boys.
Oh, I'll tell you what, you were getting somewhere now, Ray.
They used trash cans.
You said bang.
Bang the trash cans.
Ray, we're getting closer and closer
Getting
now to
closer.
what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, the next clip now would be a standard way, again, in an army camp where people be woken up. We didn't hear this either. No. That would have been a pleasant surprise.
That is, of course, off FCA.ie.
We took that off FCA.
FCA,
Yeah.
remember the old FCA?
Yeah.
What?
I think the last clip here perfectly kind of represents the first sound we might have heard. And again, it's a clip from Friends.
Oh, man. I'm getting PTSD. I'm getting PTSD.
Is that it?
That is way more the sound.
That's the one, is it?
What we heard was dash. And then...
Could I maybe give you an example of what might have happened next? And this is
What?
the last clip I promise I'll play you.
Hit it.
This is kind of what we heard once the door opened.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Come on, pack your bags and get out. Come on. Out. Everybody out. Come on upstairs, pack your bags. Adios, out. Come on out.
Fawlty Towers?
Yeah. Rouse! Rouse!
The last two clips
Yeah.
is what we heard with way more profanity.
Well, what did you get? What
So-
was the result?
The big knock on the door.
There wasn't a
Ca-
knock, really.
It was, yeah, well, there was for a second.
And then he let himself
No,
in.
yeah, then Carl says 2 minutes. At this time, we were late leaving.
It was 33 minutes past 10 at this point.
Now, so we were actually, it was gone past 10:30.
Mm-hmm.
Your man opened the door, this Latin gentleman, and he said, word for word, no, I'm not exaggerating, guys, get the fuck out now.
You're not even dressed. You're not even dressed.
I looked at Carl And I say, Carl, did he just say fuck to us? I don't care if you're paying 20 quid a night or 200 quid a night.
It's a hard way to get told to leave.
He was banging the wall saying, you'd see what time it is.
Yeah.
This is the time, get the fuck out now.
Yeah.
I could not believe what was being said to us. Like,
Stuff now. And I stepped in then and I tried to manage the situation.
Ray pulled him out of the room.
I didn't pull him out of the room. I said, okay, hold on now. I tried to calm him.
You went
and
out
then I
the
said,
room.
well, we just step out and chat about it.
Yeah.
But when I stepped out, he just said, look, I work here. I have to get these rooms cleaned. You need to get out now. And I said, give me 5 minutes. We'll be gone.
Yeah.
I pulled the door after myself.
Yeah.
And not 30 seconds
Not
later.
30 seconds. A different guy.
Different
Come
guy.
on, pack your bags and get out. Come on. Out.
Same thing.
Everybody out. Come on upstairs, pack your bags. Adios, out. Come on out.
Unbelievable. A different guy.
Different guy.
But you know what he said?
What?
If you don't leave right now, you have to give me €100.
Yeah.
And I was like, is that for your pocket? Like, are you getting penny sweets? Or
I was doing my best to try and shut the tree up because you were getting fair vexed.
Carl said to him, can you please get out of my room? I'm not ready. And he closed the door.
Oh, cat.
Listen, I get that we were late leaving, like by a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
It wasn't like we were 3 hours in the room and refusing to leave.
We were gone about 5 minutes later.
We were boys on the sauce and we were like, oh shit, we got to leave this room now.
But you'd stay in a hostel again.
No way in hell.
But
it was actually staggering the level of ignorance that we came across in that place. I came out of there and I was like, how did they get booked for anything? Like,
Yeah.
they're so...
We haven't done, I didn't do a review now.
No, I'm doing TripAdvisor.
Are you doing TripAdvisor?
I never do that.
You're not.
But I am, because I can't believe that a member of staff said fuck to me, like, when we didn't get aggressive.
No, we didn't.
You know what I mean?
Because I stopped you.
Yeah, no, but I mean, we didn't even address them like that. We were like, yeah, okay, sorry.
Yeah.
And
I'd hate if they had landed in, if the two boys had landed into a different bunch of Irish lads. Because I have a lot of people I know that are different to us.
I'll give you initials, right? I'm going to give you 2 sets of initials. Let's say if they walk in, right, to SW and PN.
Yeah.
If they walk in and he says that to those 2 boys,
Yeah.
the front page next day, local hostel worker thrown off bridge.
And there was no bridge near the hostel.
They find local hostel worker tied up in van
Yeah.
and thrown off
Yeah.
the living
So
bridge.
big shout out to SW and PN.
PN.
Yeah. You know who you are. Well, yeah, come
Yeah,
on.
will you go? Will you? Oh, for God's sake. Oh, big shout out to that hostel anyway. It was such a great experience staying with you, like.
It was, and it wasn't nice then when we got to the multi-story car park. I had parked on level number 9, and
Yeah.
we had to drive down. I had to stop in level 5 because the whole multi-story car park was spinning.
Yeah, it made Ray dizzy when we were trying to leave. When we got out of that hostel, I actually said to Ray, will you get me out of Dublin right now? Didn't I?
Yeah.
Get me out of Dublin right now.
Yeah.
That's the truth. What a night, Ray. Fair play to us.
Come here, Jaxie.
Go on.
Moving on.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with a certain production that's happening in the northwest of Ireland at the moment?
Oh, is there a film going on?
There is a film being filmed.
Yeah, I heard about this. They were all in Ballina.
Yes.
Every one of them were in
There
Ballina.
is a film being filmed in Crossmalina, I believe.
Yeah.
The film is called Wild Mountain Time. I
Yeah.
hope that's what it's called.
And the wild mountain time, high above the blooming hostel, will ye get the fuck out?
Right. So the film is featuring big stars.
Huge stars. Ray.
Jamie's Doran,
Jamie's Dornans,
Emily's Blunt.
Emily's Blood.
It's no thing to call her. And Christopher's Walken.
Good idea for a weed shop if it ever gets legalised. Emily's Blood. I heard another great one as well, actually. Hey, if weed ever gets legalised in Ireland, someone wants to open up a weed shop in Clare and call it Spliff Some More.
Some more. That's very good. You shouldn't be giving out these ideas in the podcast.
No,
We're
it's not
losing
me,
this.
it's someone else. Go on anyway.
Now, in fairness, I tried to get Jamie's Doran on the phone. I tried to get him to do an interview with us.
Oh, you tried to get, okay, who did you get on to? You ring his 087, is he? Ready to go?
He's 087 while he's here. Do you know, he said, I'm here for a couple of months, I'll buy a wee SIM card and whatnot.
he
Pay
was
as you go.
Aye.
Yeah, no, he wouldn't do it.
Right.
But I'll tell you who was fierce nice.
Go on.
Emily's Blunt.
So you get on to Emily's Blunt as well?
And would you believe it? She agreed to talk to us
No fucking way.
on the Kendy Raybo podcast. It's a big moment, isn't it?
You got Emily's Blunt to talk to us on the podcast.
Yeah. Now,
I believe it
there's
when
a
I hear this.
downside to getting Emily's Blunt to talk to us on the podcast. We have to be careful with what we ask her and what we don't ask her. This is a Hollywood movie star.
Right.
She's a big deal.
Oh,
so
she
is.
a big dick around the
She's
town.
a big dick around the town.
Hollywood
and
town.
She's tipping around Crossline in Ballina at the minute. So
Can't believe that. That's so weird. Like,
we got on. Yeah, they're just going to shops and everything.
oh my God.
But we got on to her agent.
Yeah.
And I says, can we talk to her? And he says, who are ye? Bit like Dermot and Dave.
Yeah.
They said that too.
Yeah.
We wanted to interview Dermot and Dave.
Who are ye?
Who are ye?
Yeah.
Write it down, tell us, and then we might think about it. Well, we did this for Dermot and Dave. They said, no, we're too tired.
Said, no way we're talking G shower and
Yeah, we're
Buzzies.
afraid we shut them up. But we got on to Emily Blunt, and she said that she would talk to us.
No way.
And the agent said, well, here is a list of questions that you are approved to ask.
Oh, so okay.
So I got a fax today in work.
Lovely. Hit me with the facts, Ray.
So there's questions for me and there's questions for you.
Okay.
Are you right?
Yeah.
And I've printed them out.
Lovely.
My questions are in red.
Okay.
And your questions are in black.
Lovely, Ray.
All right?
Yeah.
And we can't really deviate from these
can't
questions.
deviate from us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on now and I just get her on the line here. Bear with me 1 second.
Perfect. Bang her up there. So these are pre-approved by her agent.
Yes.
Sent on to us. We did not write these.
No. We did not write these questions.
Okay, perfect.
Wait a second now.
Bintang all over again.
Now, because we're ringing, it's a special kind of as an ISDN line thing. Like
Right.
there's no point trying her on the phone because if I ring her on the phone, I might lose the signal. It's crossing
Right.
line at the end of the day.
Oh yeah,
bad coverage down there.
She's on a landline.
Crossing line, by the way, folks, down County Mayo.
Tis.
Beautiful little village.
Oh, beautiful area.
And it is where my mother is from.
Is that right?
So this is where Carmel is from.
Cross Carmelina.
Right, okay. Let's see, can I get into this at all now? So I'm gonna see, can I get her here now? Hold on
Bang
a
it up
second.
there, Ray.
All right, okay. How are you, Emily? Are you there at all? Are you?
Who are you?
Jesus, we're fine. Yeah.
So you tune into the podcast, do you?
I do. I love it.
Oh, you do. So you're in Crossbalina Finneman at the moment. How do you all go today?
It went wonderfully well, thank you.
So you're out there with Jamie Dornan, yeah?
Yeah.
And tell me, how many times has he gone all 50 Shades on you so far?
I would say a solid 23 times.
Jesus.
I suppose on that subject now, Emily, I'll have to ask you, what would you be looking for in a fella, you know, if you were looking for a fella?
I look for sophistication, intrigue, surprise.
And are you married?
Been married for 8 years.
And did himself have any bother with you spending a few months in the west of Ireland with the world's sexiest man?
No, he didn't.
But if you weren't married, would you go there?
Oh, I cannot believe you just asked me that question.
Sure, I suppose you'd also have to be into all the whips and chains and all them mad sex positions, Emily.
Definitely.
It's quite hard for someone as unflexible as me.
Jesus, Emily, that's a bit too much information there now, in fairness to you.
Anyway, move on.
So you're filming at the minute in the West. How are you finding it?
Delightful.
I say Crossline is fair culture shock for you. Where are you from yourself?
I grew up in London.
And which of the two spots would you say is better, London or Crossbalina?
Good question, Kendy.
No.
It's a tough call. They're both so different.
And have you any time off, or do you do anything exciting while you've been there,
Yeah,
or what?
have you been tipping around doing a few activities, have you?
I went scuba diving with sharks.
In Crossbalina?
Jesus, so on top of filming a Hollywood movie, you're saying you've also had time to go scuba diving.
I'm really good at multitasking.
Jesus, that's fairly clear, I'll tell you.
And come here, have you done any other interesting activities on your day off, apart from scuba diving?
I do transcendental meditation every day.
Jesus, Kendy, you do that.
Well, she goes to mass.
Yes, Emily, yeah. I suppose that's what we'd call mass over here.
We heard you were spotted in Mary's and Ballina. Did you pick up any bargains?
Light fixtures and wood-panelled walls.
Jesus, Emily, that's great choices, huh? Should have all kinds of shite in there, I suppose. And we'd say that a lot.
No, look.
Kendy, you with me? Yeah.
Keep going, man. We only have it for a minute or two. We only have it for a minute, man. Keep going.
Hold on. I'll come back. Okay,
going,
Emily,
keep going.
sorry now. Jesus, you're just good crack, you know. Come here, with Jamie being Irish and all that, did he take you out for a few pints of the old black stuff in Ballina, I heard last Saturday?
He did.
And we heard that there was more than just the two of you out. You had a few famous friends out as well.
Dwayne Johnson, Sienna Miller, Emily Mortimer, Ryan Reynolds, Blake Lively.
Jeez, there was a fair amount of them.
Fair crew in Ballina, I'll tell you.
And come here, we heard you got all messy, all drunk.
Not true.
Jesus, yes, I heard different.
And we heard you headed for Bar Square. We heard Jamie got mobbed before he came in the doer, and you got caught in the middle of it. How did you feel?
Terrified.
I'm not surprised about
Not
some of the
surprised
bad
at all.
boys.
Telling you.
Huh?
Yeah.
Stephen
fair play
Boyle's
to Emily.
hovering over you.
Yeah.
So I take it you didn't get upstairs to see Johnny Gallagher and the Boxley Band. They were
Yes.
playing that night.
I did not, so as not to get more terrified.
You missed out on Sean O'Reilly. That's the only downside there now. So you ended up then, I believe, in Supermax. And how did you find that there, Emily?
It's quite intense.
Ray eats in Supermax all the time, Emily.
How are you still alive?
Well, sure, we know you're busy now, so we'll let you go. Emily, we know you've done a lot of interviews over the last few years. Just on a personal note, how did you find this one?
I think it went really well.
Thank you very much. And I'm sure Jamie is waiting on you there to get back to the filming.
He can definitely wait.
That's for damn sure now. You're talking to the two more important fellas here now, in fairness.
50 Shades of Kendy.
Yep, sure. Look, we'll bring you out next Saturday night, and you won't have to deal with all the young ones chasing after you because you'll be out with us too.
Okay, let's do it.
Sure, the best luck with the rest of the film, and it was great crack chatting to you, and thanks for taking the call, Emily.
Thanks very much, Emily. Fair play to you. Bye.
Bye.
Oh,
I'll tell you what, Ray, she's very down to earth now.
isn't she very down to earth?
And she's very straight to the point.
Very straight to the point. She's a woman of few words.
I know, she just in and out job. She's well used to these interviews, you see.
She's very good, yeah.
Almost like it was pre-recorded, almost.
I'm telling you, but that's the professionalism of these Hollywood
I'll
actresses.
tell you what, no.
Yeah.
You'll learn a lot now from doing that with her.
Yeah, I think that went really well.
She was very good.
That's the first time we've had a big Hollywood star on the podcast.
I actually can't believe you got her.
Well, sure, look, I can't either. Yeah, took me 4 hours to get her. I won't lie to you. Took me 4 long hours, working hard to get her on the podcast.
Ladies and
And she's
gentlemen,
very good.
your one's very good.
She's very good.
There we go. That's episode 63.
I'm absolutely
What a great way
sweating.
to finish.
Oh,
We hope
God.
you enjoyed it. And sure, look, until next time.
We have a shout out.
Oh, go on. Hit it.
It's 63 episodes in, and we have never given this man a shout out.
Go on.
His name is Larry.
Larry.
Larry would be very fond of the Tremendous Event Centre, Anderson's Bar and Grill.
brilliant.
He
Yeah.
is, yeah. Very fond of it. He spends an odd night there, and Larry asked for a shout out.
Fair play to you, boy.
Fair play to Larry. Larry would have a good hand in the Tremendous Event Centre.
Right.
He would be what we would call our generous benefactor in there.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
He had a big wallet.
He'd be the big dick. Yeah.
Larry, fair play to you, boy. I
big
want to
fan.
say another quick shout out, Ray. There's another wee podcast that started in Sligo called Fat to Fit.
Oh, yeah.
Killian and Chris.
Which one of them is the one I like?
You like Chris.
Yeah, he's good crack.
He's the fat, not the fit.
You can't say that.
The podcast is called Fat to Fit, man.
Which one am I on this one?
I'm the fit.
That's twice in a week you've called me fat.
Listen, lads, you can get their stuff on SoundCloud. Just search Fat to Fit podcast. So
I'll have to listen to it. They're good.
oh, it's brilliant. Look, Chris, an old friend of mine, we grew up together.
Is
and
it all
stuff,
about
so.
getting fit?
Killian is a PT and he's trying to get Chris fit.
Right. And
So-
there's the podcast about that.
Yeah, podcast
What
about
happens
that.
when he gets fit?
There's no podcast anymore. I met Chris at the races last week and I said, "Boy, you can't get fit, because
Yeah.
then you can't do the podcast anymore.
can't do
What are you
the
going to
podcast.
call it? Fit to Fit?"
Yeah, but equally, if he doesn't get fit, the podcast will lose listeners as well because people after a year will go, this lad hasn't a clue.
He's at the gateways.
Yes, it's a double-edged sword what you're doing, lads. You're taking on a tremendous risk.
Well, there we go. Search the Fat to Fitness podcast and look,
The fat to fitness. Is that what
Yeah.
you call it there?
fitness pizza in his mouth.
What's it called?
I think it's called Fat to. It's either Fat to Fit or Fat to Fitness. He'll correct me because I can't remember now.
Fat to fitness, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
That's it.
look, fair play to you.
We'll see you next week.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Dwayne Johnson.
Oh, shit, no, I got the wrong one. We're just quiet and said, answer to that question. Shut up, will you?
Come on, anyway. Can you go back to the other one? Ask that question again.
No, I'll just cut it in. Be grand.
Dwayne
Where's the fucking clip gone? How come I'm not playing the clip?
Keaton.
Dwayne, for the love of God.
Oh, please get this. Please get
Right,
it.
we'll just move on to the next question.
No,
Is it your
because it's all part and parcel of the same skit.
I know that, yeah. Oh, yeah, so he did, yeah. He did. I couldn't quite hear you there. He did he? He did, yeah. Not for the love of God.
No, you can cut that there anyway.
Okay. Okay, so,
Let's do it. Bye.
Sure, the best. Look,
hold on a minute, it's after going on too fast. Why is it skipping on so fast?